This weekend, E3 has been going on, and many of us were expecting LEGO Star Wars to show up at one of the gaming events like Xbox's gaming event or the Future Games Show. Unfortunately, you might have noticed that LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga has not received any news since then, and we're going to talk about what this means and what we could see in the future. Hello there everybody, and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga news update video. And today we're going to be talking about the future of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, why it wasn't at E3, and when we could expect to see news next for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. But first, before we get into the speculation about when we could get news, I want to address the community that we should not be extremely upset about the fact that LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga was not shown at E3. If the game is not ready to be shown yet, then we obviously don't want it to be shown, because then there's going to be massive criticism towards the game if something unsatisfactory is shown. Obviously, any news would be great at this point, but there is a certain way we should go about this, not harassing developers and not getting extremely toxic on social media. But first, let's backtrack into E3 and why LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga was expected to show up there in the first place. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga has actually had a long history with this E3 event. Back in 2019, the Xbox event at E3 was actually where LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga was first announced. That's why so many people were looking forward to that June 13th day, because that has been the only E3 since 2019 because of the pandemic. That leads us into the next reason why LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga looked like it was going to be extremely likely to be at this event. According to inside sources, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga was set to be at E3 2020, but was cancelled because of the coronavirus. We can assume that the E3 announcement that we were going to get was actually shown at Gamescom, which was shown in late August. I got more to talk about Gamescom in this video later, but first I want to continue on with E3. So obviously we didn't get any news at E3 this year, even though it seemed heavily likely. This is the biggest gaming event of the year. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga was announced here. It was supposed to be shown here last year had it not been cancelled, but let's talk about why it wasn't there. Obviously, the game was just not ready to be shown. They're still working on new things, even though there could have been other things that they could have told us, just had an interview or something. Obviously, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga has had a huge history with bug issues, which is what they're trying to fix. So if they have huge issues still, and they can't get anything prepared in time, then that's why nothing was shown here. Just because they didn't have anything ready in time for E3 doesn't mean that the game is canceled. Please do not spread false information about the game being canceled, because the game will not be canceled by any stretch of the imagination. The developers have been working on this for 3+ years. This was only announced almost 2 years ago, but they've been working on it for more than 2 years. Over 3 years, these developers have been working on this game. There's no way that they'd release 3 trailers, give us all this information, generate all this hype, just for the game to be canceled for any reason. That's just not a smart business move. Obviously, it can happen, but it is extremely unlikely. So please do not be worried about this game being canceled at all. We do just need to be patient, because we know that we'll get news eventually, hopefully this summer, but that is not confirmed. I'm speculating somewhere around October 20th, which was the original release date for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, October 20th, 2020, but it's possible that they could have delayed it till October 20th, 2021. Fellow YouTuber Azatru has shared a DM he had with Bespin Bulletin, who is an extremely reliable Star Wars leaker, who said the developers were aiming to get this game out by fall, so that falls within the October category. Okay, so we're gonna get news soon. When could we get news? Well, Gamescom. I think Gamescom is the most likely opportunity this summer to get news for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. It will have been 1 year since we got the gameplay trailer and all that new information about LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, and I feel like that would be a great spot to show it. Again, it's at the very end of summer, so it buys the developers some time. Also, hopefully the developers will have a better understanding of when they can release the game, so it just makes the most sense to me. Now, why do I not think that this game could come out before fall? Well, WB did have their own event at E3, but they only showed Back 4 Blood, and they've been showing Back 4 Blood quite a bit. They've been promoting it on almost every single gaming event. This leads me to believe that Back 4 Blood will be releasing before LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga due to how heavily they're marketing that game. Potentially, I could actually see it coming out in winter as well, since the October 20th, which is my speculated release date, and October 12th are so close together. Plus, we know LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga will have these Christmas bundle characters like Holiday Vader and the Snowy Gonk Droid at launch. It would make sense for it to release around Christmas time. So those are 2 time frames for you that I believe are possible. Now let's transition away from E3 and talk about another event coming up, LEGOcon. LEGOcon seems to be a very universally agreed event that LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga could show up at, and I heavily disagree with that opinion. LEGOcon has released their full schedule for June 26, 2021, and it has a LEGO Minecraft Q&A, a new LEGO set reveal for LEGO Star Wars, a LEGO Technic Race, a LEGO Super Mario set closer look, a LEGO Harry Potter build challenge, and an interview with an astronaut. Obviously, they did say they would have some surprises in the show, but LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga doesn't even look like it could be an option to be on this roster. This is all about LEGO sets, and it seems to be aimed towards very young kids, like 6, 7, or 8-year-olds. It doesn't make sense for them to market LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga at a LEGO event rather than the biggest gaming event in the season, potentially the entire year. It just doesn't make sense to me. I would expect absolutely nothing on June 26th, but August 25th to August 29th, I would expect some news. That is when Gamescom 2021 will be happening, so keep your eyes peeled on that event. Overall, I just really wanted to clarify some things about news that's been going on with this game and what we can expect in the future, because I know a lot of people are confused and disappointed that it wasn't at this event. Of course, I am as well, but we have to be patient and give the developers some time to develop the game that we all want to play. The game will not be canceled. We will have this game in our hands one day, and I cannot wait to share that day with you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga in the future, as well as other Star Wars games. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.